Hi, this is David Bliven, Bronx and Westchester divorce attorney, with another episode of Lessons from the Divorce Wars. So, various potential clients contact my firm saying, what are your fees? What do you charge for this or that, divorce or family court matter? And they price shop. They want to know what my fees are versus 5 other lawyers that they've called today. Well, price should be a factor that you take into consideration, but it shouldn't be the only factor. Here's why. All attorneys charge different rates. They are based on, number one, experience. An attorney that has 30, 40 years experience is going to charge a lot more than an attorney fresh out of law school. Doesn't necessarily mean that an attorney that has 30, 40 years experience is going to be far better for your particular case than the attorney with 5 or 10 years experience. It just means that should be a factor in whether you hire the attorney or not. Another factor that comes into play and affects what an attorney charges is where their office is. As a practical matter, if an attorney has a really nice office in a really nice neighborhood, they're going to charge more than an attorney that has, no offense, a relatively meager or low-cost office in a not-so-nice neighborhood. Likewise, if an attorney has staff, paralegals, legal assistants, etc., they're going to charge more than an attorney who's a solo practitioner and has no staff. What does that mean for you? Ultimately, you may actually end up paying more money for that attorney that has no staff. Why? Because they can't delegate any of their tasks to paralegals or legal assistants. They literally, let's say you hire a cheap attorney, they charge $400 an hour for your divorce or family court case. Well, they're going to charge $400 an hour for everything that they do, including paralegal tasks. Me, on the other hand, I'm going to charge $250 an hour, or in some cases a little bit more than that for paralegal tasks. But you're going to save money because I'm going to delegate those paralegal tasks to actual paralegals and not do them myself. Another reason why some attorneys charge more is because they have objective qualifications. So examples. If somebody is rated as a super lawyer by Thomson Reuters, that means top 5% in the New York City metro area, they're going to charge more. If an attorney is rated AV by Martindale Hubbell, that means they have the highest rating for legal ability and ethics. They're going to justify charging more. If an attorney has a 10.0 AVA rating as opposed to another lawyer, they're going to justify charging more. If an attorney is a certified financial litigator, they're going to justify charging more. All of those things are objective qualifications that you can double check with those various organizations, as opposed to walking in 5 lawyers' offices and have 5 lawyers say, oh, take my word for it, I'm a great attorney. Well, how do you know? How can you double check that? Another thing that you should double check is the attorney a public defender? So this is obviously painting with a broad brush, but there are what are called 18B lawyers. 18B lawyers tend to have much higher caseloads than the average lawyer. So they're going to have caseloads of between 1 and 200, sometimes even more than that, as opposed to other lawyers that are not on the 18B panel, and they may have caseloads of 50, 60, 70, 80 cases. Well, what does that mean for you as a practical matter? It means that if an attorney has 2 or 3 times the amount of cases as another lawyer that's going to charge more, that means for your very important case where assets or property are at stake, children, custody, visitation issues are at stake, you're not going to be able to get your attorney on the phone. You're not going to be able to get appointments with your attorney. When you send emails or texts to your attorney, you're not going to get timely responses. Sometimes you'll have to contact them 2 or 3 times just to get a response. A lot of times you'll hire those less expensive attorneys, and when you have an important burning question that you need answered, guess what? You're gonna call up and get their answering service. Is that the type of service that you want? Well, if that's all you can afford, it is as it is. But if you can afford better, you should go with better. So if you're looking for similar answers to questions like these, check out my blog. You'll find it at blivenlaw.net/blog. See you next time.